Hi everyone, it's Kerri-Anne here. I'm a naturopath and a nutritional therapist, and today I want to talk to you about the role of the liver in weight maintenance. So you may be struggling with losing that excess weight, particularly around your mid area, so the belly, thighs and hips area. And you've tried everything that you used to try when you were younger and nothing seems to be shifting no matter how hard you're trying. And there could be quite a few different underlying causes for that. And one of them could be your liver function, which is what we're going to have a look at today. So you may know that the liver is our detox machine. So it breaks down things like toxins, hormones, bacteria, and prepares them for to be safely gotten rid of from our body through excretion, so through our digestive system and through our kidneys. But what you may not know is that the liver plays over 500 roles in body homeostasis. So what that means is it works hard to keep our body in perfect balance. So it does things like storing vitamins and minerals, and then they're released into our blood when they're needed. It also produces bile for digestion of fats. It produces specific proteins that are needed for the blood. It converts carbohydrates into glucose, and then it stores that glucose as glycogen, and then it's able to release that back into the blood if our blood sugar levels are low. So it plays a role in blood sugar regulation as well. It also plays a role in our immune system and in the balance of our hormones. So there's a few things that can burden our liver and basically make it work harder than it needs to. And that can be an overload of environmental toxins, such as chemicals in the air, chemicals that we use at work or in our home for cleaning, chemicals, particularly fragrances in our body products and our beauty products. These can all lead to an excess of work for the liver. When we look at, and it's not just these things, but it's the accumulation of toxins over time. So I have this discussion with a lot of people, and yes, our liver is designed to detox. But what it's not designed to do is to detox the amount of toxins that we have in our environment and in our lifestyles today. So if you have a look at, you get up in the morning, maybe you've got some smelly sticks, those smelly fragrance sticks around your house. So basically you're breathing in those chemicals that the liver has to detox. Your shampoo, your conditioner, your soap, your makeup may all have chemicals that are absorbed through the skin that your liver has to detox. You go outside, you're breathing in the environmental toxins. You may be taking different pharmaceutical medications, and then you may drink 6 cups of coffee, and then you may come home and drink some alcohol in the evening, and then you may take some recreational drugs, and all of these lead to a burden on our liver being overworked. So we need to be thinking about what it is that we're doing in our environment and our lifestyle and our diet that is increasing that burden on our liver. So the way that it plays a role in weight loss is that when it's not functioning well, then it's having difficulty breaking down hormones. So hormones are being recycled into our body. And these hormones, maybe estrogen, progesterone, insulin, all help lead to fat storage. There may be trouble with our blood sugar dysregulation because the liver can't release the glycogen, or it's releasing too much because it can't store it all because it's so busy. And then we're having issues with blood sugar regulation and insulin resistance, which again can lead to storage of fat. Another issue that we have is that things like obesity, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure, they increase the risk for liver damage. So if you're already overweight and you're struggling with some of these conditions, your liver is more likely to be burdened. If you've had pathology results that show increased liver enzymes, then definitely your liver is working too hard. And there are ways that you can help to reduce this and support your liver with the intention. So there's a couple of intentions. You're supporting your liver for your liver's health, obviously, but also because that may be the underlying factor of your weight gain and your difficulty in losing weight. So when we're looking at weight loss, we're not just looking at calories in and calories out. We're considering any of these underlying drivers. There's a few other ones, but today we're just talking about the liver's function in weight maintenance. So when we can address these underlying drivers, then we're able to shift the weight. And so if you're thinking that perhaps your liver is working too hard, perhaps you're on a lot of pharmaceutical medications. I mean, just being on 3 or 4 different pharmaceutical medications can increase the work that your liver has to do exponentially. And so if this is you, there are ways that you can support your liver. So the first one is removing as much as you can some of those environmental toxins that I talked about before. So switching over your chemical products to natural products is going to make a huge difference on the burden on your liver. Eating lots of whole foods and lots of fruit and vegetables and grains, and getting rid of or reducing the amount of processed and takeaway foods you eat, because these can cause a lot of inflammation, and burden on the liver causes inflammation, and inflammation in its own course can lead to fat storage as well. So eating really beautiful, nourishing foods where you can. Also increasing your water. So making sure you're staying hydrated. And, the recommended daily intake is about 2 litres, but that's going to depend on your your physical activity, how intense that is, as well as what size you are as well. So being thoughtful about how much water you are taking to help flush those toxins. So that's going to help the liver flush the toxins. It's going to help the blood flow as well. And also making sure that you're getting enough sleep is important as well, because when we're sleeping is when our body's doing a lot of work, and it's allowing parts of the bodies to rest and other parts to do what they need to do. So if you're stressed and running around, again, your liver's going to be working harder than it needs to work. So there's just a few tips on how you can support your liver. Now, if you're concerned that you do have some issues with your liver, and these can present in different ways. These can present as skin conditions, fatigue, hormonal conditions, blood sugar regulation conditions, as well as this difficulty to lose weight. Then you can start making the changes to support your own liver. But if you feel like you need some extra support, then you can book a consultation with me, and we can go through everything and find out what that underlying cause is, and maybe give you some herbs or some supplements to support your liver further. I also have the Thrive program running at the moment. That's starting soon, and that's a 4-week program to help with weight loss, but it's based on understanding and knowing what those underlying drivers are. So in that, we will talk more about the liver, but we'll talk about things like stress, blood sugar regulation, insulin resistance, and a few other things that may be the underlying causes of why you are struggling to lose weight. So you can find out that information on my website at www.earthgoddesshealing.com.au, and book a consultation if you feel like you need to. So thanks for listening. I hope that that was informative and educational, and that you got to understand a little bit about how your liver works and how you can support that naturally at home. So thanks for listening. Bye.